Wait, how does it go? How does it start?
It goes, Guantanamera.
Guantanamera!
Guantanamera. Juanita Guantanamera. It goes,
I used to think that he was saying $1 Miller.
$1 Millers.
I need a $1 Miller. Well, $1
Miller.
In
I
my
need
chicks,
a $1
he
Miller.
says
Like,
it kind of like
$1
Miller. He says it like that.
are you recording that?
Huh?
Are you recording that?
Maybe.
Because that's good. That was good. $1 Miller.
Because that's a good one.
All right, you ready, Papa? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I've changed. I fight for you and maintain. Be true to myself and everyone in my way. One chance, let me have one dance, and I'll show you that I can make shit last. Whoa, I was a fool going against you. Put me back in the loop. Yes, I was a fool going against you, going against you. I was a fool. I was a fool going against you. Put me back in the. I was a fool going against you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Don't Try. Thank you, Senaida. This is the homegirl, Senaida. What's your last name? How do you say your last name?
Rivera.
Rivera. How do you say it? How do you say Rivera?
I like to joke and say that Diego Rivera is my uncle.
Ah, nice, nice. He's a painter?
He is a painter.
He's a painter, right? Yeah. Well, we'll start it off with that. I got a couple of questions here. So I wanted to ask Senaida, can we school box on Devendra Banhart?
Oh my gosh, please.
Can we? Box, do you know who Devendra Banhart is?
No, I don't.
Dude, he's daddy.
He's our father.
He's our father.
We are sister and brother.
Oh my god,
And Devendra birthed us.
he deserves bufo.
He is bufo.
He is, no, he is actually, dude. I've seen him so many times, like on mushrooms, and every time I cry my little heart out, dude, my heart just drops into my soul, and his voice is immaculate. The way he talks.
Dude. I heard him singing and I remember tripping out on it.
He sings too?
Oh.
He's mainly a singer
Yeah.
and
Okay.
songwriter.
So
he's a songwriter.
singer.
Yeah, and he makes these weird like acoustic-y, like dancey rock and roll, retro style,
but then, like,
psychedelic songs.
Latin too.
He speaks Spanish and he has this weird like hum and like shake to his voice that's just like hypnotizing. He'd be like, like
What the
yeah.
Ay,
tu primo colorado. Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
Nah, I never heard
it's-
of this guy.
I used to be a big
hello
old fan
there.
of him. He was an artist that like within my circle of friends who were also musicians they could never get into him.
Really?
And then it wasn't until you came around that you were the other person who I heard was super into Devendra, and I was like, she likes Devendra? I was like, what? Sick with it.
Since
Like,
I was 12.
since you were 12?
And yeah. So my friend got me into him.
I got into him after high school.
Yeah, he was my world. He
Yeah.
he got me through a lot, honestly. Bad Girl, That's by Jam. And then
Oh, the lyrics on that.
That was the first one I
Wow.
ever heard. The first song I ever heard.
I heard those lyrics, dude. Wow, there's some fucking touching ass lyrics. It goes like this. They're very simple. It goes, "I've been a bad girl," right?
I ain't playing fair.
I ain't playing fair.
I want you to be free.
I want you to be free,
but I don't wanna share.
but I don't want to share. Damn! I heard that. I was like,
The
woo!
rawest thing ever.
That is so true. So
That's
yeah.
crazy. I'm gonna look him up after this.
You're gonna look them up. Make sure you have tissues and some fucking
Just everything.
some lube.
Is that bad?
Just-
Because
Some lube?
you're gonna fucking please yourself.
Oh, it's already just pleasing to your ears. You just gotta sit there and you have an orgasm through the cosmos. Like,
Yeah.
You don't even do all that.
Yeah.
You get crazy.
I don't need to
Yeah.
fucking jack
You
off
seen
to
them
it.
live, yeah?
Yeah, you did too. We were there.
Yeah, no, but you've seen them like multiple times, no?
Oh yeah, dude. I saw him at the Mayan Theater. Have you guys
Uh-huh.
ever been to the Mayan Theater?
No.
The acoustics in there are amazing. And I was like tripping on mushrooms, and then like there's this guy who went up before him. It was like his opener, and he did like all these little like ding ding ding, like all these little boom, boom,
Like we're like
little,
yeah.
jingles and like chimes and stuff, and it was just like radiating like the way it's built.
Yeah.
Like a Mayan temple, it looks like it. And
Yeah.
it was just amazing, and then he just comes out and he's like, oh no, and he goes shh 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 shh. He
Just
quiets down like
calming, soothing. Yeah.
And then he just starts getting down after
Well, because
that.
even his singing is very soothing. He's very like he doesn't
yell.
It's all from his stomach. It's all like,
Ooh.
oh, if I say nothing.
like that.
It's very,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, you know why I've always liked you as a frontman is because the way you dance is similar to how he just like kind of gets down, but it's like a little giggle dance.
Yeah,
You know,
he
it's
just he's skinny, super skinny, and he just moved. Like I saw him at Coachella too. That was
he
my
jumps around.
yeah,
He's just-
yeah.
he's a fairy, really.
Yeah, he's a fancy man.
Like he's a fancy man. Yes.
He's a fancy man.
That's a song of his. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like I don't know. He's like I don't know. what
I'm
you're
trying to
talking
like. It sucks because I'm like visualizing who this guy is. and
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when you visualize someone and then you finally see it like, oh, that's not.
about. You'll get there.
That's not
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, just super Spaniard. Right now he has a big beard, big hair.
He has short hair right now.
Yeah, but like it's big though.
But
it's like
yeah, he has like a.
It's like a puff, like a little puff, like yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah.
crazy.
It's a cotton poof.
And this guy does a lot of psychedelics.
I think he used to. I don't know.
I don't think he doesn't. I remember him having an interview saying that he doesn't really smoke weed or nothing.
Yeah.
He's like people give him weed and he's like, oh, he'll take it, I'll smoke it later, but he doesn't smoke
He
it.
just slings it.
Yeah, I think he just naturally. His parents, from what I read, were like artists too. No.
Yeah.
So-
He grew up in like Berkeley. I don't know. He's just like really cool, and you should. I can't wait till you get on him. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys a message like, oh, you guys are right.
You guys are really good.
I'm gonna send you a napkin.
Hell yeah.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah.
That's on my.
Dun,
That's on my trip
dun,
playlist.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Hell yeah. Dun, dun.
So yeah,
Hell yeah. Well, now that's cool. I'm glad. I just wanted to.
let you know that we know that you're about to know.
Yeah.
Like, since he's here, and I know, he's like, Senaida, and I'm like, trust me, fool, she knows things that you need to know.
Well, he keeps telling me that he wants me to learn more about the psychedelic part.
Oh.
Like he was like, oh, she's gonna game you up on this and that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has on there.
Also,
but
then, yeah, so can you explain to us plant medicine?
Okay, so, well, there's plant medicine, and then there's like it's just medicine from the earth, right? Because I work with a shaman, like I do spiritual work.
Yeah.
And before I didn't understand. Like, okay, when we all used to hang out, I did mushrooms, right? We did mushrooms
But to party.
recreationally. But I didn't realize until later on in the game that I was doing it ceremonially, unintentionally.
Yeah.
Because we're going to a music festival. I would do it solely for the reason to connect with the music, right? So when you go into using psychedelics or entheogens and, with intention, it hits different.
Yeah.
Because everything is intentional. And that's what the medicine teaches you. So we don't call it psychedelics, call it medicine. But like LSD doesn't really fall in that category. It is like a third eye opener in my opinion. But
You know what? That's a good thing that you brought that up, because I know like the psychedelic community, LSD is usually included in that, but LSD really isn't. It's more
because it's man-made.
It's more man-made, right?
It is man-made, but it's derived from a fungus, I believe, or like a type of fungus.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's like, I mean, it makes sense, you know. But so what I mean by third eye opener is like it'll connect you to the universe, but it doesn't always have like a spirit, like a well-known spirit. Like we were just talking about this, like me and my medicine woman, and her name's Annabelle. She's taught me a lot, and she continues to teach me so much. But the medicine teaches you too, like it shows you things. So so like, okay, so like mushrooms have a spirit, right? And I took a microdose earlier just to be on the vibe, and my intention was to open up my throat chakra, to connect vocally, to be the communicator, and to have spirit speak through me when necessary, right?
Yeah.
Which just happens all the time to everybody, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now I'm asking for it. I'm putting those words, those sounds, those vibrations out into the universe, so it's going to be returned to me in that way. So mushrooms have a spirit. It's called Los Niños, the children.
Oh, I
It
didn't
has a
know
spirit, really.
Yeah, that's the spirit of the mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, they make you laugh, they make you cry, they make you bust up laughing though, right? That's very
For real,
childlike
yeah.
energy, you know,
Uh-huh.
and they make me personally like connected to my body. Like I feel
Sometimes
like
it gets you scared too, though.
it
No,
gets you
right?
scared, just like
Yeah.
a child could be scared, but it's all for like a learning experience. People are like, oh, you know, I don't want to do mushrooms. I don't want to have a bad trip. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then everybody, this is like the response from everybody. You don't understand. You don't know my mind. Like, we all have the same kind of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, some of us are a little more.
You mean the same in what sense?
And like some of us are a little more adventurous than others. You know, some of us look for like an adrenaline rush. We are those people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
we are those people.
Yeah, yeah.
And some people are just, you know, really content or unaware of things. So everybody can have this like bad trip, but it's not a bad trip. What it is, it's
Learning
bringing
experience.
something up for you to work through. So like, you know, this is the example I always give. Like, if you get bit by a dog, we're just talking about that.
Which you did.
Synchronicities. If you get bit by a dog when you're young, and your automatic response after that is to hate dogs, right?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Because you're scared of them. Yeah.
You're holding on to a trauma. That's a programming. You're being programmed.
That's how I am with water. I almost drowned one time.
So you don't drink water no more?
No, like just swimming. Like I'm terrified of the ocean. I'm terrified of like when I feel like I can't control what's going on, I freak out in the pool. That's why I can't float.
Do you swim?
When was the last time?
Me either.
But like I almost
You don't swim?
No.
What?
I literally
I've never really. I'm like him. I can't float.
That's weird.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I literally
I think we
drowned.
need to figure out how to float, guys. Hold on.
Well, every
Yeah,
time I try, I feel like I don't know if it's true, but they say some people have negative buoyancy or something. They're high buoyancy, like their muscles heavier, so they sink like
I
a
never
rock.
heard that.
Yeah, I don't know that because David Goggins, he's all I sink like a rock, so it's hard for me to float. But I
Yeah.
conquered my fear.
Yeah.
I still can't conquer it because every time I start drowning, like going down,
I panic.
I start having that visual of
But
me
so you're
drowning.
not a good swimmer?
No.
I mean, I can swim
Because you
underneath
never
water.
tried.
Like I
Okay.
tried swimming underneath water, I can do it. But
Same. Like, but
Yeah.
you can't really like stay up afloat.
Yeah.
Like once you get tired and you go up, you can't stay up.
Or
I
if water
can't.
starts
That's
going in my mouth, I
interesting.
start freaking out because I start thinking like that time I almost
I know
drowned.
that. I almost
Yeah.
drowned like 3 times. My cousin, the way I learned how to swim is they threw me in and wee.
That's why I always hear that. I always
Figure
hear
it
that
out.
they learn right away, but
Yeah.
not me. I just drowned.
Well, I did drown a couple times. They had a pool. I remember my cousin pulling me out, but what I do recall is like doing flips underwater when I did have the hang of it.
Oh,
And I was-
really?
And so that
That's
made
sick.
me like, I need to go back. Like,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should call this podcast "Two Guys That Can't Swim."
For
And
sure. I'm down.
you're onto something.
Yeah.
Two guys that can't swim. We're
Yeah.
constantly drowning in life.
All right,
Oh
so
my-
continue. Oh no. We're
Constantly learning how to float.
Constantly
Oh,
learning how to
yeah.
float, to stay afloat.
So language and the way we speak, all of these things matter, and I didn't know that before. I mean, you know, these are always things you hear, and they sound so simple, and it really is that simple, and that's what like mushrooms can teach you is it's just that simple, you know, like
Sometimes I feel like some things in life are easier than we make them.
they're all that's the ego.
Uh-huh.
So that's like what it shows you too, is that the ego is giving you these limitations, and you know like. And we all struggle with it. I continue to struggle. It's work. It's called work. So you constantly have to like decipher like what is this? Am I scared of it? Okay, I should probably do it. Because fear is a construct too. Fear is an illusion. Fear is a disorder. Like, we're not supposed to be scared of things because of the same thing, the vibration you put out there. If you're putting fear out there, you're going to receive what you're afraid of.
Yeah.
You're giving it energy. But if you're like jumping...
We always do that, huh? We're always like, hey, fool, I don't know about this because I'm not good at this.
If you're
shit.
jumping somewhere, yeah, you're going to be like, I'm going to make this jump. I'm going to hit that spot right there. And, you know, you're putting your intention toward it. And so, like, you're... Sure enough, dude, when you jump and you think that you
like
believe in yourself,
it?
it's manifesting, exactly. So then, okay, one of the other medicines we work with is combo. So it's a frog medicine. So like I have all these burns.
That's that thing that
it's the frog yeah. So
yeah, that I got. Where did I get it? I got it right here.
You only did it once, huh?
Yeah, one time.
You need to do more.
All right, let me. I'm gonna explain it to you from my point of view.
Okay, go.
As a guy, because I done the combo and the bufo, and I just don't think I was in the right mindset, because I still haven't gotten those. When people explain it to me, they got like these visions, right, or like these like guides. I feel
It just means you have more to clear.
Yeah.
Before you can experience these things, we have to clear shit.
I just had like a big old like fat chick of energies ass just on my face, not letting me see nothing. Like, but what combo pretty much did, it was like you guys get this little stick, right? You guys burn it.
Yeah, she did. The shaman does.
What is this? The stick? Was the stick something?
It's an instant stick. It's just like
an instant stick, right?
Regular instant.
And then you just burn these little like.
It's just the first like.
It's like an opening, no? There's
yeah,
like
so
open
like
it. To open it on up, right? And then they get this combo. Can you explain what that is?
So combo is the secretion from the giant monkey tree frog in the Amazon rainforest.
It's from a tree or from a frog?
It's from a frog, but it's called the giant monkey tree frog.
Oh, okay. And the bufo is also from a frog, right?
Bufo is toad.
A toad. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I did not. Okay,
yeah.
so.
That's why I'm painting those toads right there.
So
because they're from the desert.
Yeah, that's tight.
Thank you.
That's really badass.
Yeah, so they're from the desert, and that's a toad. The toad.
So the frog.
Both secretions.
Yeah, but the frog is combo.
Yes.
The toad is bufo.
Yes. Oh, and that's why I painted that frog right there with the third eye.
Nice.
What's the difference between those two? Do you get the same high or?
Okay, so
it's not about getting high.
No, it's
Trust
not.
me, you don't get high. Well, okay, so the combo, when they burn your skin, they put the medicine on your burn, which is the secretion from the frog, right? It's a little, it like looks like a little booger.
Yeah.
And you
want to put it a little closer to you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It looks like a little booger. And then so they put it on, and then it goes in through your lymphatic system. So your lymph nodes are all over your body. That's what gets inflamed when you get sick, right?
So is that when you start getting warm?
Yeah, it starts pumping through your body, and then what it's doing is it's going through your systems, through your organs, through your blood, and it's like pulling out toxins, and it's putting it back into your stomach, and then you purge. So you throw up.
That's the throwing up part.
So you start getting warm. You start getting warm, and then you start getting like nauseous, like oh fuck, and then like you just start feeling like oh I don't fucking feel good, like you know, and then you start fucking puking. But when you puke, what tripped me out is that everyone is puking the same yellow shit. It's like
bile.
It's
bile.
It's the same, this like yellow puke. Which I've never seen. Like you don't use, like if I get like food poisoning or something, I don't throw that up really. You don't see that, you know.
Because that's all the bacteria, all the toxins that are held in your gut, because your gut holds all that shit. So. That's going back to manifesting. When you clear all this shit out, whether it's from physical, like how you eat, or emotional, you know, when you throw it all up, you make room for things to come in. So when we do the ceremony, you set your intentions to let go, release things that are not for you, that don't, you know, push you to be the best you can be. So you ask to let that go, and then you ask for whatever you want to call in. Like, what do you want to bring in? What are you trying to get, you know? And so when you throw it up too, like I've had moments where I know exactly what I'm throwing up. Like, oh, that's French fries. Oh, that's that love I was like stuck on. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's my trauma from my parent. Like what?
Oh, there's a hair from the trauma.
You're like we call them purge parties.
Yeah, dude. Everyone has their bucket food. It was like
I was just thinking, like, if it's someone's first time, do you know that they're naturally scared?
Yeah. Okay. So that brings us to another medicine that helps you with the pre-combo jitters, the anxiety. It's called hape or rape.
Is that the
tobacco?
Yeah.
The snuff. It's blown up your nose. And you blow it out. And you tried that before.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Did I serve you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, huh?
I remember we tried it. I was like, wow, this is really relieving.
Yeah, and so it just it clears your energy. It cleanses out your left and your right brain, your feminine, your masculine, and it just neutralizes you, so that like it puts you in a meditative state. So you could meditate. Like that's why we use it, is to meditate. But sometimes it's just to clear energy, like because when you do these medicines too, you realize how empathic all of us are, how sensitive we all are. But if we have all these toxins and all this weight, extra shit we're carrying in our bodies, we're not aware of like, oh, maybe this is affecting me. Oh, maybe this is affecting them. Oh, like this energy is like off. And we already know that. We already feel that, but we're just like, we don't know what to call it. We don't know what that means, you know?
Yeah.
So like, say I'm in like a room of like really high energy people, or like, you know, people on cocaine or people who are drinking, and I can feel that. And because I'm not drinking anymore, I don't do cocaine
And it's not like
anymore.
a good feeling, or is it what? Or
well, it just depends.
Feeling?
If I'm around like, if we're like this in a room, and I'm on like, and you don't even have to be on anything, because now I'm so sensitive that I can feel it. So I feel comfortable. I feel like at ease. I don't feel like my energy's being drained or attacked, or like I'm draining anybody, you know?
You mean like right now, that's how you feel?
No, I don't feel like that.
Oh, yeah.
This is this room, but say we were in like at a bar, you know, at a bar setting, and I feel like, fuck, dude, like this is a lot of shit right here. Like I would be able to feel everybody, because I'm so sensitive now, because I do so much medicine.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad thing. Like, that sounds like, oh, I don't want to feel that. But, like, it's good, because then you're super aware of, like,
Your surroundings.
Okay, if this is making me feel uncomfortable, maybe I should get out of here. Maybe I shouldn't be in this scenario, you know? And then so the point is, you do hape after an encounter like that, or even if you have, like, an argument or with your family or a loved one, you know, or you're experiencing, like, rage or envy or jealousy, you can just do hape real quick, and then it just, like, it zens you out, and then it's like, it gives you downloads too. Like, you get messages. It's for yourself. You're giving yourself messages. So you're like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't have reacted like that, you know? Oh, you know, it's not their fault. Like, this is just how they're experiencing things. This is just how they're reacting. This is how I'm reacting. And what am I gonna do for it? Okay, I do this hape. All right, I'm cool. I'm better now. You feel at ease. You're just good. I want to do hape right now. Just talking about it.
Bring it out.
Yeah, you can do it. Just show them what's up, big dog. It kind of reminded me of I don't know why I thought this, but I once had got a DUI, and I had this DUI classes, and the lady was like a former like drug addict, and she was very good at like turning it around when anybody ever said like, oh, I need a drink for do this or do that, or you know, she'd be like, well, why don't you just, you know? She's like, there's no real good reason, even marijuana, there's no good reason to ever smoke it. And then she was like, I was like, well,
for the funsies.
Yeah, but then I was like, you know what? Well, I was like, for me, I was like, sometimes, say I get mad at something or something happens that upsets me, when I smoke, it quickly calms me down and changes my perspective, and I'm able to see like another side that I wouldn't have seen had I not gotten high. Because
THC and a lot of these medicines neutralizes your brain so that you can fire off new responses. So it's not your programmed response.
And that, even that answer, she couldn't turn it around. She was like, well, yeah, I guess, but still, you can still figure that out. I'm like, well,
but that's also because you're at a meeting, and I used to work at rehab centers, right? And it was hard for me, because I was already into natural healing, and then they're giving everybody, you know, like medicine to come down, or like they give them cigarettes too on the way in. Like, it was weird.
I heard that. I just literally fucking.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, say you know, my medicine woman had her own like retreat center for like addicts or something. We would serve them hape. To level them out, bring them down, you know, and utilize like the plant medicines medicinally, so that like with intention, you know, it's like, we're not going to give them to like band-aid this. I'm giving you this with the intention of you healing, with you fixing eventually.
So you don't think that any plant medicine can be abused?
No, it can, for sure. But everything can be abused. Like,
I understand that, but I'm not
arguing. I'm just saying, like, that's everything.
I'm just saying in general.
No, for sure it can. But what happens is, okay, so these plant medicines are giving you the downloads, the messages. If you're ignoring the messages that you're getting, if your ego, if you're still holding on to some bullshit that you don't need to be holding on to.
Like if you're not learning from them.
You're not learning from it, then that's abuse, because you're just then you're doing it for the euphoria instead of the lesson. But also when you do bufo or any of these medicines like intentionally, you won't do it. You won't do it like recreationally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would do it with intention every time. So like
because there are a lot now sometimes.
What?
Like it's just like it's a heavy thing. It's not to party. Like you're not gonna like do it and like hell yeah, I go walk around and shit like.
Yeah. No. I mean, well, okay. So I've been to like events. I can do mushrooms and kick it and talk and have.
Well,
a
I'm sure
conversation.
that. Yeah, I'm sure that. Yeah, that. But like I'm saying like more like bufo stuff like that.
No, that's always done
So,
ceremonially
how-
with the shaman.
How do you know when someone's abusing it? Can you feel it?
Yeah. Yeah, and see, that's the thing is like I haven't encountered anyone who's done that yet.
Like abused it.
You know, and people always ask me like, well, why do you do it all the time too? But I do.
Do you do it all the time? Or
I do combo all the time. I don't do bufo all the time.
And when you say all the time, it's like once a month.
Once a month, yeah. Like once or twice a month.
Yeah.
And that's just
That's
to
whole
keep up
bufo
my immune
ceremony.
system and to keep up my body.
Oh, you do combo once a month.
Yeah, because combo's not psychedelic. You know, it's
oh
not,
no, yeah, not at all.
yeah, it's
yeah,
non-psychoactive. So
yeah.
I do it to cleanse my body, to clear myself. If I've like, you know, even if I just feel like I've been eating a lot of sugar that month, I'll do combo to clean me out.
Can we do combo right now?
No, I don't serve combo. I'm not.
okay.
I'm not a shaman, guys.
you need to be a shaman to do that?
I would. Yeah, I think so. No, yeah, you do.
But you do it yourself.
I don't do it on myself. No, I go to ceremony.
Oh, you go to shaman to do
Yeah.
it?
No,
Oh,
I
okay,
wouldn't.
okay,
I wouldn't
okay.
do it myself.
Why is that? Is it just because it's
Because you need somebody to take
guide
care
you?
of you, to
Yeah.
guide you, to watch you, and that's what the shaman's there for, is to like pull energy out, or you know, she's just intuitive too, so she just knows what to do. Like that's how spirit works, like with your intuition. So because she is a shaman, what a shaman is somebody who can dwell between the worlds, between the what is it, the temporal and the sacral realm. The temporal is this, what we can feel, we can see, touch. The sacral realm is the space in between us. So the shaman has and you know, she's done a lot of work too, like, so she has the ability to, my shaman's a female, by the way, which is like kind of a newer thing in the past.
Why it's more common for a male to be a
probably
shaman?
like 40-20 years. Yeah, like women weren't allowed to be shamans before.
Oh wow!
Oh, they
I didn't
weren't
know that.
allowed?
No.
What?
Women weren't allowed to do a lot of things, remember?
I know.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I mean-
with that spiritual guidance,
Well, and
I
see,
think
so
they would be
that's
smart enough.
So because the medicine men
Yeah.
who are paying attention, who are listening to who are not in their ego, who are listening to the guidance of the medicine, was like, hey, it's time to let the females practice. It's time to let them be healers. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, no, they weren't allowed to. But I like that part about my journey, about what I've been going on, you know, because I like that she's a mom, she's an aunt, you know, she's been a wife. Like, you just have that
experience,
that whole well-rounded, like, feminine energy to it, you know? And then, like, in ceremonies, too, there's songs, there's music, you know, there's, like, all these crazy instruments, like, it's bomb.
we should want to do a podcast at a ceremony. We should like.
Could we?
Or
that-
not a ceremony.
Like just
probably
record
not.
ourselves going through it.
Yeah, you can do that. You
Yeah.
can record yourself going through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like okay. I was imagining myself doing it because every time you guys talk about it, I have thought about doing it, and I it's weird because something holds me back. Like
That's what
I haven't done it again since
that's what a lot of people
that
call the shadow.
and I want to do it again,
Because
but I've been held back as well.
It's not even it's gonna sound weird. It's not even the fact that I'm getting like that trip. I would love to do the trip, but it's the fact that there's other people there gets me kind of like, it goes back to my shyness. But then I'm like, I would want to do that to get rid of that,
and a lot of
conquer
people do
that shyness.
that for that reason too.
Because I hate that I get anxiety around
Yeah.
people. Like if I don't know, like with us, it's cool. But like if there's random people, I'm like, I start getting anxious, and I don't want to be throwing up in front of them. Then all this start going through my head, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Dude, that's the least of your worries.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
it's just one of those things where my brain.
But a lot of people are like that. Like
blocks
my
me
best
off.
friend's like that. She hasn't gone to ceremony because she's like, I don't want to shit myself or throw up in front of people.
People
Yeah.
shit themselves.
Some I have.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Like
not
diarrhea?
It's not like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just sometimes
You're just like, damn, I got skid marks now.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
I felt like that
But
when we
actually
did combo.
no, actually no, because
When we did combo, that shit made me want to take a shit.
no, yeah, that's what it does. It's cleaning your shit
Yeah.
out. It's cleaning all your bullshit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like had a little shart once, just one time.
I'm sure. I started registered at work.
But you know, like I said, like that's the least of your worries, dude. Like that's minimal in comparison to like what you're getting. And then also like no one's paying attention to you. You're all going through your shit, you know, like no one's worried about what you're doing, you know, except the helpers and the shaman.
Nah, yeah. It's just my brain's stupid like that.
It's not. It's normal. You're human and you're not stupid.
Because sometimes
the words, you know, watch yourself. Hey, watch yourself.
Yeah, watch the
sometimes,
words.
especially with like psychedelics, I catch myself going back to that kid, like you said. And I was really shy as a kid. I would not speak. I wouldn't even say hi. I would hide my face. Like I said this on the podcast before, but my parents took me to a wedding one time, and I got bad anxiety where I felt like everybody was staring at me. That I had to put a fucking sweater on my head.
You're just,
and I was just like that the whole day.
You're
My
just
parents
really
were like,
sensitive. That means you're just really like, and a lot of people are like that, but they mistake it for like something's wrong with me, or you know, like because you don't want to be social, but it's because like you feel people a lot, you know.
Yeah.
You just feel them, and you're like, oh, that's a lot. Like if it's a lot, it's a fucking lot. Like
Yeah.
and you're allowed to say that. You're allowed to, you know. But parents don't know that. But we're all learning, right? Like this is why we're here to learn,
Constantly learn.
to shift that for the next generation. Like you're like your feelings are valid. You know, I'm laughing because it's like I said, like these are things that people say all the time, and they sound so like cliche, but it's just
But it's true.
real.
And they're said. I realized a lot of these cliches they're said for a reason.
Yeah. Because when you get older, you know, they figure this out, and like I mean, hopefully, like you know those wise elderly people. They're like, you know, life's just it's just a learning experience, and you're just like if you're a
Just
kid,
gotta take it day by day. You gotta
You know?
fucking No, that's cool. I'm with you on that shy part. I'm pretty shy too. I haven't been told her like if I do ceremony again, kind of want to do it in a smaller setting, but
Yeah.
But
It blows my mind when you say shit like that because you're on stage just screaming.
I know, right?
I can't even do that. I can't even go on stage. That's why I stopped music. So that's why when you say that, I'm like, "Whoa."
yeah, so he needs to do
You're
combo
not,
for that.
you're not that shy.
I used to cry and get like real shaky when I had to do like class presentations when I was little.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I would get
God.
so red in the face and like
Me too. I think I was so shy one time. I remember one time we had to write something, and then everybody had to individually go up and present it. And I think I was just dying of shyness that even my teacher saw it, and she didn't even bother asking me to go up.
You're just
she
sweating.
knew.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Just
See,
a
that's
little-
a good teacher though. She's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I ain't gonna put you through that right now.
She probably saw the anxiety of me every time, like it was coming closer to me. Like, oh fuck.
With your big ass glasses.
Oh yeah, I was on nerdy.
So you say you've been sober too?
Oh yeah.
Sober.
I've been
Because
sober.
She doesn't drink, right? You don't drink.
I stopped drinking like
She don't smoke cigarettes. She doesn't do
4
crack,
years ago.
meth, none of that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, when I knew you weren't drinking, but we're still kind of like.
I
I'll edit
was
this out,
drinking when I met you. Oh, you know.
Because
what?
I met you like around 2018 maybe.
Okay, so I think I had just stopped drinking, but
Yeah, but we're still doing blow.
oh, I was.
I think so.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
But now you have no desire because of that too. No, because of plant medicine.
Actually, well, okay, all of that before was due to mushrooms, like because.
Oh, I got some on my lip. I could taste the mintness. I was like, what's going on with my lips?
Yeah, me too.
Minty. Let's see. Because I a lot of people I knew were getting DUIs, like everybody I knew was getting a DUI, and I wasn't about that life. And I was more for like I just don't want to pay money. I don't want to waste my time doing all this.
$10,000.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you had to do that.
I don't have that. Like I don't want to do that. So when I would go out, I was like, how can I have like because this was like when I was still partying. You know, I was like, how can I just like have fun and like stay energized without getting drunk? And I was like, oh, let me try some mushrooms. Let me do some mushrooms. So I do. I would like microdose on mushrooms, and then I went to. This is the first time this happened. I went to a bar, and I was like by myself because I was like dry. I drove myself, and this is why I did it because I didn't want to get too fucked up. So I went to the bar. I went to Pixels in Riverside.
Nice. Shout out to Pixels.
Shout out to Pixels. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I ended up there, and then I bought myself a drink. I had already microdosed, and then I took a sip of the beer, and I was like, ugh. what is this? I don't want
Yeah.
this. That never happened to me, dude. Ever. Always wanted a beer.
Yeah.
Always, you know. And there was a point where I'd go to like breweries, all this stuff. And I remember specifically saying to myself or to somebody, I was like, I don't think I'll ever be a person who doesn't drink. Never say never.
Yeah.
I used to say that about weed. I don't even smoke like that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't fucking smoke at all.
I smoke weed still, but it's not like, not like it used to be, not like anything like that. But yeah, so, and then once I was like, oh, this beer's gross. And I gave it to somebody. And then I started, like, I was tuning in. And I didn't know this yet, but I was tuning into everybody's frequency. So I started feeling why people were at that bar. Like, this person's sad. This person's celebrating. This person is trying to hook up. Like, all these things, like, would pop up. And I was like, oh, that's a lot. Like, they feel, like, heavy, you know, because people were drunk. And I wasn't. And I was like, but I feel good. It's like, I feel really good. I feel alert. My eyes are, like, wide open. I don't feel fuzzy. My body feels like I can stand up straight, you know? Like, I don't have to, like, check how I'm walking, you know? When you're drinking. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And then so, like, just on its own, it just was like, you don't need beer anymore, girl. And then so I just stopped. And then even when I had tried to drink it again, it was like, ugh. Like,
so you had kind of like a little epiphany while on it that made you
on my own. But my dad too. My dad stopped drinking because of the medicine. He stopped doing coke because of the medicine. He used to be an addict for a long time.
Like he was still doing coke before he stopped, like hard drugs like that.
Before he stopped.
Before he started doing plant medicine.
Oh yeah. He was down to party. That's why he was drawn to the medicine, because so he used to do meth too, and so he had been sober for a long time because my mom had like gotten cancer, so he told like God or the universe, like, if she gets better, I'll never touch drugs again, right? So he was sober for like maybe 5 years, I think. And then little by little, like, because he's a construction worker, and this is like the energy that carries in this setting, you know, is like
true that
beer, coke,
meth to work and shit.
All that. So he had started getting into it again, right? And I went through this when I was like little, my whole life, you know. So I was like, you know, you're getting old. I'm getting old. We're tired. I was like, I don't.
That's getting old.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, I'm not. Like, I was always there for him. When I was little, I was the only person who would talk to him when he'd go on like benders and come home. And so this time I was like, I'm older now. I'm more aware. And I was already doing medicine, so I had already just done with all that lifestyle. And I was like, if you go down, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to be there for you. I was like, I'll find a place to live, because we were all living together. And then, well, they still live together. And then I was like, I can take care of my sister. I'll figure it out. I was like, my mom, she has family. Like, you're going to be on your own. You're going to lose this house. You're going to lose everything. So he, like, listened. He took it to heart. And then, like, a week later, he called me. And he was like, okay, mija, I'm ready. I'm like, ready for what? He's like, I'm ready to do whatever it is you do, you know? And my dad's like an old cholo. Like,
yeah, dude, he's like bald head.
But now, like, oh my God, he's a cholo who is espiritual. Like, yeah. And so he called me. He was like, I'm ready to go. And I was like, okay, you know? So because I had made a deal. I was like, I know what can help you. And the first person I thought of when I ever did bufo, that's the toad, was my dad. I was like, he needs to do this. I ran home and I told them. They thought I was crazy. They thought I was into brujeria, like all this stupid shit. And but it's understandable, you know, it was different. And so I was like, nah, dude, this is ancestral. This is like of the earth. And so he went, and I thought he was gonna have an exorcism his first time.
What do you mean?
Like, that happens with shaman. That's why the shaman's there, because sometimes she exorcises people. So when people
like, takes the devil out of you.
It's not the devil. When people have addictions, you have it, like, you know, whether this is believed or not, I've seen spirits. I see energy. I see when people shift, when there's an entity inside of us sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
In me too, I'm sure it was there, you know. And there's like a shift in it's not you. It's not that person who you're talking to. It's something that's taking over them. It's a lower vibrational energy that you've opened up yourself to by lowering your vibration. And so it enters your body, and then it tells you to do things, you know. It keeps you being self-loathing, not loving yourself.
It keeps you at a low vibration.
Exactly. So you know, like that's what happens. And I forgot where I was going with that one.
About the exorcist.
The exorcism. Oh, I thought,
yeah.
I thought he was gonna have an exorcism.
I do this all the time. All the time I forget where I'm going.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have exorcism, but no, dude, because he was ready. That means he was ready to change. He was tired of that. Like, he didn't want to go back to that, you know. So he let go, and then he just fell back. And when he came out, dude, his eyes are green. His eyes were so clear. I'd never seen him that bright. It looked like this bat shadow was just pulled and thrown off of him.
Yeah.
And that's what he said he felt. He said, like, the shaman was like brushing him with the owl feathers, and like he said he saw this like dark, like he felt all this wind, and he felt like all this darkness just leaving him. And then he opened his eyes, and he said he didn't know what monks were, right?
Yeah.
But I know. And he goes, I was surrounded by all these bald people in red, or he pointed to like color orange red. He's like in robes that color, and I was like, those are monks. Like, we were surrounded by monks.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, it's we tap, and he kind of looks like a monk, you know, if you look at him.
Yeah, with his bald head.
So we tap into these ascended beings, you know, these things, our ancestors, our guides, we tap into that. And I never believed in that stuff before. Like, when I was younger, I was like atheist, agnostic. I was like, oh, you can't prove nor disprove anything. So don't believe in anything. And then I had this like awakening because I went through like a traumatic experience. And then it like made me start thinking of like, okay, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing in life? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You used to want to do all these. You used to want to be a singer. You used to want to be an artist. Like, this was before I am what I am now. You know, I was like in a depression. Like, I didn't feel like working or doing anything, you know. And then I was like at a mundane job I didn't like. And it was like, what are you doing to accomplish these things that you said you were going to do when you were a child? Yeah. And I was like, fuck, well, nothing. So it's like, okay, well, what is holding you back? And it was like the way I thought, the way I ate, what I was drinking, you know, all that stuff. And so I just started shifting. I did yoga. Yoga helped me with that too, like, because my back was fucked up. So it like fixed my back. Yeah. And then it started giving me these like epiphanies, like, oh, well, you feel better.
Through yoga alone?
Through yoga alone. And actually, that's my theory, that once you start taking care of your body, that's when your spiritual side will open up, because you're practicing self-love. Yeah. So you're loving yourself enough to realize what you're doing to your body, and and then so you start adjusting that, right? So then your third eye starts opening, because you're clarifying. If you start, like, when you start taking care of your health, you start working out and stuff like that. So you're like detoxifying yourself, and then you're like clarifying and opening up your pineal gland, your third eye, your connection to spirit, you know? So then you start encountering people who are on the same vibration, or maybe even old people like you, right? Who your vibration's changing now. So we reconnected. Yeah. But if we had connected any time in between where we weren't at this vibration, we wouldn't have done a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah. No, I totally feel you on that whole thing about like if you take care of stuff, you invite like this like clear this clear vision, because
clear mind.
This clear mind. Before in December, I was at my peak of like working out, all that shit, and I felt like unstoppable. I felt like I could take on any situation because I'm so clear. And then it wasn't until after I broke my toes that like 2 weeks after, I hadn't been working out or anything. I just like, it was my birthday week, and I started drinking again. And then from then on, I started feeling the way I felt kind of before I started working out, where I was like, oh shit, I feel my thoughts slipping up, like like not being so clear. And I was like, ah, shit. So that's why I was like, all right, dude, like just having this, like, how do I say it? Like, I just realized recently that this mindset that I had wasn't working for me. And then that alone is not enough, just to have that realization. You really have to be, like, I feel, maybe working at yourself.
You have to be active about it. You have to work. Yeah. Yeah. It's like self-work, spiritual work, energetic work.
I'm going to start working out again this weekend.
That's good. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Yeah, working out, I mean, it releases endorphins, you know? Like there's ways to explain this stuff on a spiritual level, on a psychedelic level. I mean, on a spiritual level, and on a physical level, yeah.
Physical.
Physical.
Nah, working out definitely does help. That's how I got rid of my depression.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me too. And I was in a state of depression when I hurt my back, and then all these are like
How'd you hurt your back?
at FedEx. I worked at
Oh,
FedEx.
she used to work at FedEx. I used to work at FedEx too.
For like 5 years. I was
With her.
It was just like
Oh, you worked
repetitive.
with her?
Yeah. It was just like repetitive motion. I worked with Danny Delgado.
And
too.
Danny too.
Oh.
Me and him would
Danny?
unload trailers together and just like
He was
talk
he
about
was in the
music
same
all
area
day.
as her.
Yeah.
And I worked with her one time because I got sent over there.
Oh, that's right.
Right, huh?
And I was like, move. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, you think I'll be like, because I never was on that side, and I figured that side was like the like easier side, because they usually had like shorter people on that side and stuff, you know, and they had more women on that side. And so when I went, I'm like, Senaida, look at little Senaida. Don't worry, I got you. And then you see her, she got all down. She was like, and I was like,
I'm a beast when it comes to work, dude. I don't.
Well, especially if you make a comment like that, it's like, no.
Well,
He didn't say it.
I didn't say
okay.
it. I just
She-
thought
She
it.
felt it.
She felt
Oh, she felt
But no,
it.
No, she used to drink and do coke then. She didn't feel shit.
All right. I was unaware. No, dude, the managers would be like, they would send like big dudes to me, and they were like, do what she does, follow her. And then they come in thinking they're going to save my life and stuff.
Yeah.
Get out of the way. But yeah, so I hurt my back, just repetitive motion. Actually, one time, okay, I'll tell you when. It was like Christmas time, and then like they were sending up like 80-inch TVs, right? And I was a facer, so I worked on the top of the building. Like it was just me up there, yeah. And so I would go and break the jams apart before like
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
before the whole system would stop. So they were setting up these TVs, and so the conveyor belt's going this way, and I'm flipping the 80-inch TVs before they go in, so it doesn't get too jammed. And then so, like while I'm waiting for them to like turn off the system so we could take this shit out, you know.
Yeah.
So doing that, I was like going against the belt, and these are heavy, and I know that like my back was already messed up though, you know, but also the way we eat, the way we drink.
Yeah, and then you don't hydrate yourself.
Not
well
hydrating. Exactly. I mean, I would drink water, but we're still drinking alcohol, still partying, you know. So
Yeah.
like, you dehydrate your body, and I'm not stretching. I'm eating salt. I'm eating grease at the time, you know, because you get drunchies or whatever.
Make me regret everything I ate today.
It's okay. Don't regret it. Just do better. You know. And so like that all like sugar and high sugar, high salt, a lot of oil, it causes a lot of inflammation in your body. So your body takes longer to heal, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's why
because
I'm
of
inflamed
combo,
right now.
because of combo and mushrooms, I'm like at my peak physically. Like I'm strong, I'm like healthy, like a good healthy, you know, like I understand when my body needs to move, when I need to stretch. Like I listen to my body now.
Any breathing methods?
I've done when I do yoga, I'm breathing while I'm doing the positions of, I can't talk right now. The postures.
Because the only reason I say that is because Wim Hof. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does all that breathing and.
I've done breath work journeys though. But that's like when we're releasing,
What
like
about-
you could release DMT in your brain.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
what?
we've done that.
Have you gotten to the point where you did it?
Yeah.
Where you
Yes.
released it?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My shaman guided it, and we were. You see visuals. I was getting like, okay, the second time I ever did it, the first time it was like intense, and like I felt everything in the room. Like it was just like, I can't even explain it because it was just such a journey. And then the second time I did it, I was in my head a lot, right? I was like thinking a lot. We were at a Wachuma ceremony, so she made us do breath work, and it was like a goddess circle, so it was all women. And so we were like breathing, and then I was like trying to get visuals, you know? And I was like, why am I saying anything? But I was in my head. So because I was in my head, I started itching so bad on my head. It was like stingy, itchy. It was like weird, but and the message was, get out of your head, let go, just breathe, focus on this breathing, and don't fucking worry about what you're seeing or not seeing, you know what I'm saying? So so things like that, like it just, and think about it. What is your first psychedelic experience?
Breathing when you're born or what?
When you were born, you take a breath.
I was like, what?
And I imagine, because of what I understand about that realm of like DMT, now, I imagine, because you know you're babies and you're so connected to everything, and I imagine you're like in euphoria. You're like, that's your first like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the world.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, hopefully, you know, if you're lucky.
If you're like,
well, I mean, I imagine the first breath is always like that, and then whatever the humans do to you after that is like neither here nor there.
Imagine just being inside of a womb. It's like dark and pink and wet,
comfy,
and then you just come
cozy.
out. You come out, and it's just fucking mad explosion of colors.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is? Yeah, I'm sure. I had a. Do you meditate?
With hape, I do. Yeah.
How long did you do your meditations?
It differs, you know. For me, because my mind is always going. Like, obviously, I have like ADD. I have like 80 projects going on, and like, you know, all the art, you know, and stuff like that. It's hard for me to like just go in, but when I do hape, it helps me.
I had one experience where I was like, this is wow. Like in my early 20s, I just remember I was going through a lot of shit, or like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I had no real plan or nothing, and then I had a lot of disconnect with my family, and I remember like meditating, like I'd say for at least like 10 minutes, and then this like thought came to me that was like, it kind of like showed me like, look, dude, your family is this way because of this, like, and it just kind of made me realize like, dude, my parents grew up in a ranch, like,
It humbled you.
And I remember when I came to that realization, I felt a shot of like something from the top of my head.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
All the way down to the like my ass, and it felt good. I was like, oh, so it was like coming. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I remember being like this and just being like this, like, oh, like, yeah.
It's called a cosmic orgasm, and it's because your crown chakra is opening. You're opening up because you're coming to this like human understanding.
Yeah, and I never had that feeling again. Like,
you can.
But I'm sure I can. I never really like, but I feel because that to me was one of the biggest things that I wasn't letting myself understand. I always used to be more bitter, like what the fuck? Why you guys are so difficult? Like, you know?
Yeah, and you're judging the process that you came from, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so that's not self-love, guys.
So once I understood that, it was hard for me to get out of it. It was hard for me to ever get mad again at anything.
I still remember when you told me
that's growth.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna meditate now.
Yeah, and that was the only.
Never got to that point though.
But yeah, because maybe I'm guessing, like I said, for me.
Maybe you should get happy.
Yeah, maybe you should get happy.
I'm willing to.
I'll serve you guys when we're done.
Yeah, I'm down. And then also, so
you can record it too.
Yeah, hell yeah. I
still kind of remember that feeling. It's pretty.
It's like a cigarette, no? Because it's like tobacco.
Yeah, but it's totally different. It's more intense. It's like the actual like. I feel like that's what a cigarette should be. Like,
well, and that's what it is. Yeah, because it comes from sun-dried tobacco.
Because it just hits you just like. I just remember feeling this.
Yeah. So back to spirits, tobacco is a grandfather spirit. So imagine attaching what you think of like a wise, kind grandfather along with the spirit of the tobacco. So it's a protector. You know, it is a protector. It keeps you safe.
So I just have two questions about opioids and like the cocoa leaves. Since those are all natural.
Okay, so it's only natural until man touches it. And like I said, you know, everything can be abused.
Because I hear that opioids are really good. Like, you should actually have opioids in your body.
I've never heard that. But there is, like, you know, poppy. And there's a kratom. Kratom is, like, similar to the opiate. Kratom. And then cocoa leaf, mambe.
You like kratom, actually. Have
like
you tried
mambe.
it?
What?
Kratom? Have you tried kratom?
Solo, man. No, I haven't.
You'd like it.
Oh, little woman.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Lucy.
I forgot.
Lucifer.
I get tricked on the hair. The hair looks like a little boy hair.
She has a boy haircut. Yeah, she's a little tomboy for sure.
So opioids, because I know you like in you guys' little community, dude, there is like cocoa powder that you guys use, don't it? Isn't there?
It's
for something you put it in between your gums, but
it's cocoa leaf. Yeah,
right?
It's a leaf. It's just a leaf ground up.
And that's good for you too, huh?
Yeah, it's similar to like spirulina, and I feel like.
But you don't get that coke high.
No, it's not.
But it does wake you up.
It does wake you up naturally. It wakes you up like in a nice way. It's hard to come by though, and it like. Okay, so put it this way. One time I was hiking and I sprained my ankle, and we were like a little far in, and it was gonna be hard for me to walk back, So I kind of elevated my foot for a while, and I didn't know what to do. And then I took Mambe, and I was chilling.
No way.
I walked back perfectly fine. And then once the Mambe kind of faded away, but you put it in your gums.
Yeah.
And then you just leave it in your gums. do you want it on, or do you want me to take it off?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you just put it. You leave it. You leave it in your gums. She's all chica.
So what's up, big boy?
And yeah, it gives you a good energy, not jittery, not even like coffee. You know how coffee can get you like jittery too? It's not like that. It's very calm. It's very nice. It's kind.
All right, was you good?
Yeah, I'm chilling now.
The puppers.
Nice. So I wanted to ask because in this whole like now that I'm gonna start working out again, and I really want to just focus on this like year more on creating, and really being focused on just creating. So I was even thinking about even like trying to be celibate, and I know you were celibate for a year.
I was.
And how was that? Was that beneficial to you?
Dude, it was amazing, honestly. I mean, I am again now.
Again?
Yeah, again now.
How long have you been?
Not that long.
No.
I won't disclose that information, but
No, but how long? And how long are you planning to do it for? No.
For as long as it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty cool right now. Like because that was something that I had to work through and learn for myself too. Lucy, get your bad breath down.
She wants a little more attention. It's
okay, no, she does. She gets all cutesy with the dudesies. But yeah, so I'm like cool right now.
Well, for that 1 year one, what did you benefit from that?
Okay, so much. I was like coming out of a relationship, and I was really stuck on this dude, and it not even like stuck. It was just like I continued to hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally.
Yeah.
And for no reason too, you know, like, but I worked through it. I realized that, and with medicine, like those were my intentions. Like I just want to like I want to release this attachment, and that was like those are my intentions. Like I want to release this, and I did, and then it only took like, it didn't take 2 months, but like for the most part like 2 months to be like, okay, I'm understanding. And it's because, okay, so when you're celibate, your creative force, your creative energy is being...
That's what I really want to get.
Harnessed. Yeah, and that's what it was. I was, like, on top of my game, dude, with everything. I mean, I am again now. Yeah. You know, you could still do it, not celibate, but it's beneficial to do increments. Like,
yeah, I just don't want to focus on a relationship. I don't want to, like...
You don't want that to be like a thing in your head.
Yeah.
And so now so like I was cool, and then I kind of broke my celibacy, and it really fucked me up, dude. Like
during that 1 year thing?
No, after the year.
After the 1 year.
After the year. Get down.
You were kind of upset that you broke it?
Like, yeah. Like, and because I disrespected myself, and not in a like, it wasn't terrible. Like the person who I hooked up with, like he's a good person, he's nice and stuff, but it wasn't honoring me, meaning like I want a specific thing, I want a specific kind of connection, and it wasn't that. So hi baby, I see you, I'm sorry.
She's like,
are you gonna fucking pet me?
So I just wasn't honoring my emotions, what my soul wants, you know. And so it took me a long time to like until recently, honestly, like until like this year probably.
So did it help mentally? Did you gain?
So basically,
from it?
for another year.
For
another year, after the year of a celibate, for another year, I was like I was still in confusion because I was mixing my energy, right? I mixed my energy, and then I kind of like lost my luster, my sparkle a little bit, like you know, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But also that has to do with like my own programming and like of like wanting this attention, wanting and I still struggle with it. Like I just want like human connection, you know.
Well, yeah.
But if it's
I feel like that's what like.
Yeah, but if it's not like here, if I don't feel it like 100%, I don't want it anymore. You know, like I'm over it. I'm over it. Like I'm over it.
No, yeah, that's what.
And the medicine will show you like. That ain't for you, girl. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah.
The way it tells you.
He's a very like he's in a monogamous relationship, and I always found that like really like what? And
you thought that was weird?
Well, no, that's just how dedicated he was, just because he's my boy, and I'm like, dude, we're fucking sexy, like we should be fucking on the prowl.
On the proud. No, you know, and that was my struggle too. That's my struggle, is because it's like, dude, I'm fucking 28. Like,
Yeah,
I look the
exactly,
best
right?
I've ever looked, and like, and nobody couldn't touch it. Like, you know. But in the end, it's like, well, also our perception. Like, I can always look like this. Maybe not this young, but honestly, if I'm taking care of my body, I'm doing a lot of combo. I probably will look like this for a long time.
No, for me, yes, nah. I was just playing, but
no, I get it.
But in the end, like, it's
because you have the energy right now, and where that's how you feel. But then we should be utilizing our energy, our creative energy, to like, to build our empire, to build our own like.
That's all right. My knee's fucked up, so I got like we have a.
Mine is too.
Because the last podcast I was doing, my knee was tensing up. Because I got fucked up ankle and knee.
Yeah.
So this whole leg was dying.
Put combo on it.
Huh?
Yeah, actually, it'll pull out the inflammation. You want to go to combo.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, everything. It helps with everything.
My fucking knee's fucked up.
Like, okay, dude, I don't have allergies anymore. I used to get bronchitis and pneumonia like every year. I don't know. There's wires here though. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I know. But I just thought it was cute that she was like, hey,
not
look
right
what
now.
Look
you
what
can't
I
play. Okay,
Just
that's
why.
No, go lay down. We're not doing that right now. She knows she's on camera. That's why she's like, hey guys,
hey,
like, look at.
Let me get on camera.
Let me get on this.
Let me shake my butt right now.
Not right now, Lucy. But yeah, I don't bronchitis and pneumonia. I used to get that every single year. I used to get sick. Not no more. I haven't been to the doctors in like 7 years.
Damn.
I don't need to. I haven't gotten ill.
I heard lightweight the same thing with cold showers and the cold method. How Wim Hof was saying. That helps your immune system when you take ice baths and all that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do that. I'm a wuss when it comes to that. To cold.
It builds up, but
yeah.
do you feel like there's a similarity to that with what you're doing?
Definitely. Everything. Okay, so my philosophy on these things is like, if they like, I still take bee pollen. I don't just do combo. I still work out. I still eat as best as I can, you know. And like, so when we're
before you continue, do you think that's where a lot of people mess up, because they do the combo but then they're still eating like shit? They're still like,
I don't think you mess up. I think you have a lot to clear still. So and it happens really quickly. Like my dad, within a year, he changed, and he changed his diet. He stopped drinking, like everything. I have a video of him like saying, I was trying to hand him coconut water. Yeah. He was like, I can't drink that. He's like, if I drink healthy stuff, I'll die. Like, he was kidding. And it was a coconut water, and now his fridge is filled with coconut water. Filled. Yeah. He trips on himself, because he'll go roll up, when he first started just drinking water at work instead of beer. He would roll up to like, the job site and like just have his water, and everybody would be like, hey, Louis, you want a beer? And like, and he'd be like, no, I'm chilling, I'm cool, I don't need that.
I want to have energy for the rest of the day.
And then I taught him like, okay, yeah, Dad, because he's older, I was like, and before he started doing combo, like his body was failing, like his knees are all fucked up, like he didn't have his back was hurting, everything was hurting, all this inflammation, right? But because you're also not hydrating your body. So I was like, dude, you start drinking better, you'll be able to work longer. If that's what you like to do, if you want to be able to work on your shit, comfortably without being in pain, take care of your body. And so both my parents, they started like listening to that, and yeah. Combo.
Nice. Combo. Your leg.
Combo equals no inflammation, no mucus. Because mucus is what holds back, bacteria infection, and that's what Hape helps with too.
I'm about to try all that.
Yeah, get on it, bro. I'm thriving. I got glitter.
Else has been celibate, but I feel that's an interesting thing. You know what I mean?
Point of that, though, let's go back to that, is it helped me a lot, and I'm glad I'm on it again, because because it just showed me like you're giving away your energy. You're giving away your energy. You keep giving away your energy for what? For like,
because I'm not, right now in my life, I'm not into seeking out sex like I was before.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm into seeking out a connection. Yeah. That's what I'm into. And like, that's what I want. Mm-hmm. And if it ain't that, then I shouldn't do it. That's just bottom line, But definitely your creative energy will explode.
So with that,
because you're not putting that anywhere else, and this is your sacral energy. This is where you create from. You create life with this, but you can create life in projects, life in art, music, singing, all of that. You're gonna thrive. You're gonna do great, honey. You're gonna do a good job.
So was that one of your biggest concerns, is focusing your energy on something else?
On on not something else, on my goals.
Yeah.
And my goals right now is I'm starting my little farm right here in this house. I want to finish some painting, some ideas. I'm making clay mushrooms with crystals. I want to grow mushrooms, and you know,
have you done that before, growing mushrooms?
I recently tried and I failed a little bit, and it was kind of like
What do you mean you failed?
like they got contaminated, and it kind of was like a hit to my heart. So I kind of took a little hiatus mentally, and that like things like that fuck me up too. Like I'm very sensitive, you know, like, and I don't like failure, even though it's part of it and I know it, and I always tell myself like it's okay, like duh, of course you're gonna fail, like you can't win all the time,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's my ego, I'm a winner.
Yeah,
I gotta do this right the first time.
Yeah, no, I
you know?
feel you. Yeah.
But so now I accepted that, and I'm like, okay, let's move
But
on.
you learn through that. You know, the
Yeah.
next batch you'll make sure
like,
about that
let's,
mistake.
let's
and
start over.
Yeah.
You know.
When you do mushrooms like that, when you're growing it, is it possible to make a mushroom that's not good for you? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
that process?
That's where the contaminations come from. That's where.
so
that's,
like, but how would you know? Do you see it, or do you have to consume it and then you're like
no,
shitting?
you see it. you
Yeah.
can see it. But also, I have a lot of friends, you know, so,
They'll tell
who
you,
know
like-
a lot of things. So I'll ask them, is this
They're
cool?
like, see that green
Not
shit?
cool.
All bad.
What is that? What? Hey, you get my contamination was purple.
Oh yeah.
And that's my favorite color. It was purple. And,
Oh,
and
so you're
purple
like, I'm
and
gonna
orange.
eat it.
Yo,
No.
The universe. It knows I love purple.
It did. It was blessing me.
That's crazy because
with
you said
the
purple and orange.
purple and orange.
Yeah.
This is purple and orange have been the vibe since I moved into this place. Like
Yeah.
just
So
been
what
present.
makes you want to do stuff like this? Like what? Like the creative mind in you just wants to make
I've
your
always-
room looks.
Yeah, I've always been a okay, so
Because
visual.
my room looks plain, and when I see this, I'm like, okay, I need to step it up.
I'm a visual person, and
Uh-huh.
and that's why I got into psychedelics in the first place, because I've always drawn. I've always
You're good at making the
created.
aesthetics of certain. Like,
Yeah, because I like
vibe,
the
creating
setting.
a vibe.
Set and setting is everything when you're doing these medicines too. You're set and setting. You know, it has to be intentional. It has to be comfortable. You have to be able to let go. And my eyes, like, if I didn't have color around me, I would be in my head so much. I would be like, like super frustrated with everything if I wasn't allowed to put things on my walls, you know? Because this is my expression. This is how I express myself, you know? And I'm a loud person, like energetically, visually, and, you know, physically loud. So I need the space to like express it all. And it's like I have so much going on in my head, and I can't have these conversations. I can't have a podcast every day.
Yeah.
I can't have these conversations that are like in me, you know, all the time. So I have to paint them. I have to like
feel you.
release them. I have to create. And this is all energy. Like, so when we get stuck or stagnant, it's because there's energy that's just like moving up and down us, and it's not going out, you know? When we get upset or depressed or sad or whatever we're going through, it's because that's energy that needs to be moved. When we feel uncomfortable, it's telling you to move. It's telling you to change, you know? So like that's what it is. You have to release. Just like you started this because you needed to move.
Yeah.
Some shit was going down that you weren't with, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why create so your eyes can enjoy it, you know? This world should be pretty. It shouldn't be ugly. That's the feminine energy that we all have too. We all have masculine and feminine, you know, and the feminine energy is
Knows how to make
telling you
things
to express
visually pretty.
you know, beauty, like, you know, like square buildings make me bored.
What makes you bored?
Square buildings.
All square buildings.
I like architecture. Like, why don't we do that? We have so many architects, you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's true, huh?
so-
to make interesting different shapes.
Because money.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's easier and it's quick.
Ooh.
I feel you. I was gonna ask you, is there a song that you listen to lately that you recommend? Any song that's come about to you?
Yes, actually, there's one that I wanted to send to you. It's I don't even know what the time frame of it is, but it's called Satisfied and Tickled.
By who?
Damn, what is it by?
That's a good name, Satisfied and Tickled.
It goes, baby, well, I'm satisfied. But a guy sings it.
Yeah.
And I'm tickled too. Baby, just know that I'm in love with you. And it's all do 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 do.
That
It's
sounds
kind of like
familiar.
reggae-y. Say I'm satisfied and I'm tickled too. Baby, just know that I'm in love with you.
Let me look it up. How much time do we have?
No, we're good. I was just messing with I feel like my mic's turned up a little too much.
There's a part that goes like, well, the little red hen said to the little red rooster, Rooster, you don't come round my chicken shack as much as you
And
used to.
who's that?
Rooster, I forgot.
How do you spell tickled?
Tickl.
L-E-D, huh? There
Yeah.
you go. By Taj Mahal.
Yes, such a cool name.
All right, I'm gonna add it. Boom. Satisfied
Yeah.
and tickled.
So that is a song.
Baby, now I'm satisfied, tickled too. Baby, just to know that I'm in love with you.
Nice. I like it already. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one's in my jam lately. And then I listen to a lot of mixes on SoundCloud. So I'll send you some mixes on SoundCloud. I like a lot of like.
I just wanted you to tell one that way people can like
see what's up.
you know, get an idea of like you know. And I also wanted to ask you. You were once in a relationship with two other people.
Knew this was gonna come up. Yes, I was.
And so, being said, you know, saying that you're being in them, can that work? Through your experience,
I can only speak through my experience, and through my experience,
like that work?
I am, like I said, I'm loud, I'm showy.
Uh-huh.
So is my partner. She's a female. She's actually one of my best friends now.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd been since day one. Like, I didn't even know.
So it was the guy who was lucky.
He was very lucky. He is a very lucky person, actually. He's very lucky.
Yeah.
But it wasn't easy for him either. Like, people think it's all, like, it sounds cool.
No, I can just imagine the difficulties.
It's
like,
a lot, dude. It's
I don't even want that.
It's so much.
You say that's lucky, I'm like, no.
Nah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, can it? What do you think? Can it work?
I think you have to have a lot of energy, dude. Like, for just.
Do you think that would be the same as being in an open relationship where you can have more than one partner, but not? It doesn't have to be within this. Like, for example,
I think it's a little different because.
You guys were in a relationship together.
Like, you guys were hanging out, doing stuff together.
Always.
All that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But what about like you think someone having a relationship with other people but not being together?
I think it would also be different because if you're in an open relationship, like it just depends on the rules that you guys or the boundaries you guys set for each other, right? So
usually I have multiple partners, but they don't know about it.
Exactly. No, I'm just kidding. But so yeah, if you're in an open relationship, you know, I feel like that gives you grounds to like not give the whole explanation, the whole story. Like you don't really know much about the other. You just know it's open.
It becomes more sketchy.
Well, for me, in my opinion, the way I function, it's sketchy, and that's a lot of energies. But I didn't even understand this yet. I was barely getting into combo when this was happening, you know? Like I barely did it. And I know that this relationship was brought to me because I was supposed to be in these people's lives for this time.
Yeah. How long did you get it last?
It was only like 8 months. It wasn't long.
That's still a long time.
I mean, it's a long, but we were together always, dude.
Yeah.
And I was meant to bring my friend to the medicine, you know, the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we won't disclose names. But
No, we don't have to put names.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was because she needed it, and her soul was calling for it. And I had just been, you know, I just started getting really into it. And at the time, too, I was doing ketamine, too. So, right after, like...
Is that part of the plant medicine, or is that just like a bad drug?
No,
That's what I was gonna say.
it's not plant medicine. Ketamine's like tranquilizer.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And I also realized too, this is my own thing, you know, that like, am I just having fun here? Or,
Yeah.
Well, that was the intention.
It was like an interesting new thing.
Well, with the ketamine.
Oh no, with the relationship.
All of it, all of it.
Yeah.
And so but once I started doing combo, like it made me stop that completely.
Oh really?
That was like the last thing I did ever. That was like not good for me.
Do you think that was kind of an unhealthy relationship?
It was part.
After a while?
It was part of it, you know, and it wasn't even a while. It was the beginning of it. It was the beginning, but I noticed it early on.
Oh.
But then it got to a point where I was just like heavily involved in these people's lives, and because they were a couple before me, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just chimed in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm moving in.
No, well, yeah, it was not the most honest thing in the beginning, you know. I thought that they were in an open relationship, but that wasn't the case.
Oh, damn.
And so we kind of went along with that, and then I had this like secret to myself that I knew the truth, that it wasn't like I found out, you know.
Later, yeah.
But also I was at this state where I was like, well, what is love anyway? Like, what does that even mean? Like,
what is it to you now?
And so
yeah, I was about to ask
so
that.
I was at a point where I was like, okay, well, if if I'm supposed to learn about this thing called love, maybe this is why this presented itself to me, you know, because I'm supposed to, I thought like I'm supposed to learn, and I did, how to be comfortable within myself, meaning like being able to love somebody, but allowing them to be free, basically.
Yeah.
And I still believe this, right? But I realize that I don't have to involve myself in that if it's not serving me.
Devendra Banhart, I want you to be free.
But I want you to be free.
But you gotta let them.
Yeah. Let live and let live.
Yeah.
You know? But so yeah, I just wanted, I was experimenting. I was like, okay, well, what is this? Can I do this, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I could.
Can this work?
I could do it. I could, but time distribution, I like a lot of attention, you know.
Yeah,
I want all the booty rubs.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get that fully 100%, and neither could my partner. You know, neither could she. And I felt bad for that too. Like,
yeah.
but I do love these people. I still love them. They're so great. You know, they're great people. But I couldn't, and it wasn't fair. It's not fair. The time distribution, you know, and sometimes like I wanted to get up and go somewhere, and I can't bring my partner because we have to worry about time schedules and work. This is like reality, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
you know, and so it's like the other one's gonna have FOMO, you know, and then it came to like family things, like, oh, this is like, and I told them too. Well, I told my boyfriend.
It just got kind of complicated, it seems.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, like it really. Yeah.
And when we were in our world, it was fine. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent, there was things that were going unsaid, you know.
But that's the start of it.
That's the start of it. Hitting emotions, not communicating. So I feel like it could work, but you really have to be like top in your game in communication, and you know, just be able to deal with that, honestly. And then like, yeah, so like there was times where like I was like I was getting frustrated, like, okay, well, I want to plan these things, but we have to work around everybody's. Well, it was just mainly mine and her schedule. You know, we have to work around this and money and all these things. You know, and so it was difficult. And then I kind of told them too, like, I don't know how long this is gonna last. Like, it doesn't seem like something that I can do for very long. I feel like it'll take a toll on me, and it did. And then there was a point too where I just felt like I didn't fit. You know, I didn't fit in there, but I felt bad because we're a bunch of clowns. You know, we were a bunch of clowns. So when we were all together, yeah, it was hilarious. It was funny as fuck, and I love the funny. You know.
Hey, I love funny too. That's what
I need funny, and these were people who I'm on a high level usually of like energy, you know, like, oh, let's go, like laughing and joking, and these people were boom, like you know, we were just like all bantering, like it was cool, and we looked fly when we would go out. I like that.
nice.
Yeah,
we were flashy.
Hell yeah.
Still flashy, but yeah. So
little Uzi fucking diamonds.
That's my third eye.
Hell yeah.
It looks like it just popped out for this podcast.
Did you also fucking surgically leave it in there?
No, it's there.
It
exists.
It just came
there.
out of the skin.
Yeah.
Nice.
holy shit.
Once I put like my crystals on, it goes.
Pop. It pops out.
Yeah, it's really interesting
Jealous,
how that
dude.
happens. You can do it too. Just do more combo, dude.
Watch, she starts focusing right now. Just
I'm sorry. Whoa, move it down.
levitate.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, that's tight. Yeah, because that's always something that I not so much. I found that always difficult. Like, wow, being in a relationship with 3 people at the same time, who are all aware of it and they're a part of it too. I feel like that's fucking.
I think it's like if they're so like comfortable on their own to where they don't need that much attention from you, maybe, you know,
Yeah,
but just on the
probably.
occasions where they want to connect with you, I feel like maybe it could work like that. But
maybe
also,
and that's all you want. You just want a little bit of attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be even and fair, and that's the thing too. It has to be fair, you know. So.
Yeah, because I feel like I tried open relationships, but then that jealousy always kind of sneaks in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you have to find that healthy medium if you're going to do that, but also remember energetic exchanges. I understand that now. And so if you're hopping from one to another, you're getting all her energy, that girl's getting all your and
That's
her
what
energy.
I felt. I was like, what I
Everybody's
feel.
getting everybody's energy, and then you're just like not clearing it out, so it's just there.
And it's like, that's my deep energy. Give it back. It wasn't meant for you, brother.
Give me my creative energy back. Give me my life force back. That's basically, that's what starts happening within you. You know, you start to kind of lose yourself because you're literally losing yourself in other people. And it, you know, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I mean, it's just an experience that happened, and I mean, I am grateful for it because it brought me to so many, like,
it seems like you learned a lot from it.
And then like the friends I gained from this relationship too, it's just like, you can't beat that. Like,
because you guys reach a certain level of connection that you usually don't reach with just any other old person.
No, and because it was so intense and so deep, so quickly, you know, we got super involved. Like, and so we're family now.
That's how I feel. I feel like
I
went through a crazy experience with someone, and I just feel way closer to them than I feel with anybody else who I've never really gone through something that crazy with.
Yeah, exactly. It's just what happens. Like, we're bonded, and then that's what love is to me now. It's being able to love somebody fully and let them live and let them go, you know, and because that's what I would want. That's what I do want ultimately too. Like, I remember in the past when I was in like relationships, obviously I was still in my shit. I wasn't as healed yet. I didn't do as much work yet. And so I was in my ego and stuff like that. But I would be like, this was my attitude. Like, you have me, but you don't own me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't own me. And like don't get comfortable because like I could do whatever I want ultimately. You know? But that's like also disrespectful because you're not honoring your partner when you think like that.
Like, to me, I always had someone who I felt like their vibe was to be connecting with other people and stuff like that, and I felt like I never wanted to shut off that energy from them because that's an energy that I enjoyed and I connected with. So I was like,
and then people gravitate to each other because they're the same.
Because of that, so for me to be like shutting that down, like, I don't want you to be that way with anybody else. It's like, well, then now she's not gonna be that way with you either. Like, it's gonna,
and that's not freedom.
There's gonna be like a resentment towards you because of that, and it's like, all right, you know what? But it's hard kind of to manage it. But in the end of the day, I felt like if you guys were honest with each other from the get, that shit will be easier to navigate.
Yeah, and then, you know, when things come out of darkness, when things are spoken into light, it hurts less. Like, it definitely hurts less. Like, you know.
Exactly. And there's always a big fear of that, like, hurt. But I remember, like, being told those hard truths and telling them. And in the end, it hurts for a little bit and at first. But then after a while, it's like, oh, shit, it wasn't that long. Yeah. And I'm actually able to, like,
oh, that wasn't that bad. I survived.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm alive.
And now I'm able to look at you in the face and not
talk about this.
Yeah, and not hate you
to your face.
Exactly.
Yeah, and not hate you. That's the thing.
And
that's my thing.
That was my thing with my old relationship. I was just miserable because of that. It was just a bunch of like
resentment, holding on to shit that's already passed.
Both sides, right?
It was me and her, and I just like now I look at it, I was like, fuck, I was horrible. Like I gotta admit it.
We all were at one point.
And me too. Horrible. And this is how I know too, not to be that way towards, because I was that way.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah. I was that way towards another person who, again, I enjoyed that they were that way, but then I got to that point where I was like, no, I don't want you to be that way towards anybody else, and then it just wasn't fun no more.
I feel like loving yourself.
That's the thing, and then it's not fun anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. Loving yourself is big though.
Yeah, loving yourself. Like, you gotta be confident with yourself.
It's the number one thing.
Yeah.
That's the rule. That's the golden rule to this life. If I've learned anything in my about to be 29 years of living, is love yourself.
Exactly. You can't love anything else unless you love yourself.
You cannot. It doesn't work.
That's why I was able to love my girl right now.
Oh, they didn't say me.
Yeah.
Because you looked at me, you're like...
Unconditional.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is, unconditional. Yeah, so I can look back at all of my partners, and I'm so happy for all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Whatever the fuck they're doing...
I'm sure they're not happy for me.
You go, boy. But and you know what? That's some shit that they gotta heal on their own.
That's true.
That's not your job.
It's not my job.
Not your job. You did your part. You learned your lesson. You're not gonna do it again.
Clocked out, baby.
Clocked out. I'm done. Pay up. Hand.
Yeah. Fuck you. Pay me.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, fucking wrong.
No, yeah. No.
I only had 2 more questions. All right. So
okay,
if you
wait,
wanted
pause.
2 more.
I gotta pee again.
So yeah, what was the last concert you went to that was amazing?
Oh, well, I saw a performance by Reggie Watts, and that was before COVID happened.
Yeah.
And that was great. But my last show was Tropicalia, that last one that you guys played at. Where you guys played at?
Oh yeah, we did play there.
I mean, in between that, I went to festivals and stuff like that. But yeah, that was the concert that day. Oh my god, That day was crazy. Oh, that weekend was fucking crazy.
Gnarly.
I would, dude. I was on like probably like 7 hits of acid. The day you played.
7?
The day Chicano Batman played.
Yeah.
And I did mushrooms too. I was in it. I was in a good way. Like, I was like I actually connected with all of our friends, our old friends, all our friends. I connected with you guys when Chicano Batman was playing Magma, and I started crying, and I felt that, like, you know how you're talking about that energy, that light coming out. I felt that coming out from here and shooting to everybody who was there with
From
us,
your
but
friends?
not near me. They were away. Yeah, it's like my old circle of friends. Like some people I'm still friends with, some I'm not.
Yeah.
But I felt myself connecting to everybody involved, and all of your guys' faces just flashed in front of my eyes, and I just sent so much love to you guys, and I was like, I fucking love you. I'm so appreciative of you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I appreciate. Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for just being a part of my life and experiencing. Because when I first heard all this music, it was with you guys. You know, like, we all experienced it together, and so, you know, that was like, damn, like, that's my family. Like, no matter what, like, that I grew up with you guys, you know, like, we grew up there. We grew up there. We grew up at Tropicalia.
We did.
And Beach Cop. No, I'm just kidding.
That's true. Yeah, we did go to a lot of shows.
Yeah, and so that was amazing though. And that day I connected with the spirit of Selena.
Oh, what? She's a bitty bitty bum.
No, they were playing it, right?
Yeah.
And I had this.
It's like a cover band, no? Like a Selena cover band?
No, they were playing it on the speaker in between.
Okay.
I think Kali Uchis was gonna come on after, and they were playing it on the speaker, and it was Beady Beady Bamba. It was. And I looked at my friend, all faded. He's actually my neighbor upstairs, my best friend, and I was like, dude, okay, all right, hear me out. I was all, hear me out.
Yeah.
If our souls are not confined to a body, once we die, we can be anywhere and everywhere all at once, right? So if Selena died, the spirit of Selena lives on to many young Chicana and Mexican women all over the world, right? And when I was little, that's how I started singing, because of Selena.
I remember her shit.
Yeah, and so I was like, I feel like, oh, okay. And I told my friend, I was like, I bet you if I look it up, Selena's Venus is in Pisces. Your Venus is how you love. It's it's the sign, and my Venus is in Pisces, and I am a Pisces. So there's different signs that we have.
What are you from? What are you?
Gemini.
That's cool. Pisces is a dual sign, and Gemini is the other dual sign in the whole zodiac. We're the only ones that are like
Twins.
Yeah, you guys are twinning, and now we're just like being pulled in different directions. But so Pisces is very emotional and very like deep. You know, loves deep. And so I was like, oh, I bet you her Venus is Pisces. I looked it up. Sure enough, her Venus is in Pisces. I was like, I fucking knew it. And I felt it. Yeah. And I told my friend, I was like, dude, the spirit of Selena lives in me. And in many other women, I'm sure, but I'm just saying, like, that was a download that I had that day.
She does resonate with a lot of women. Like, I know even some girls that don't even speak Spanish.
But that's why, because she didn't speak Spanish, and I didn't either when I was younger. Like, I mean, I understand it now. My Spanish isn't great, but she's a pocha. You know, and so am I. So that's why I connected with her heavily too, because I'm this brown girl. Like, I'm brown. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I just thought you were really tan.
and people. In the summertime too, I get browner, and then people like assume that I'm really good at Spanish. You know, they used to, and then
that's what I thought.
Yeah, and I'm not. I could sing in Spanish pretty well, but yeah, I can understand it. As speaking it's a little hard for me. But
same. Yeah. I'm on the same boat.
Yeah.
I understand everything in Spanish. I just can't
exactly.
speak it.
I can vibe on what you're saying, bro. It's hard for me to respond.
I just try my best. It's broken.
Bueno, tengo una pregunta más, una pregunta más.
Okay.
Y la pregunta lo que quería preguntar era lo que quería yo oír de ti es explicar tu forma de hacer arte.
You can't even talk Spanish.
I know.
I was like, is he gonna get this last word right?
I'm trying to get the right word.
So you want me to explain my art?
Yeah. Explain
Is
your
what
art
you're
because you said you created most of this, right?
Yeah, I think the only painting that I didn't create that's here.
I wanted to have
Is a picture,
some of.
pictures.
Oh shit. I wanted to have some of those like eyes so that we can like if we ever go to the studio, just have them like sit chilling at the studio.
Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna go get some more of those flowers this weekend too because I wanted to start making more eyes. So that's interesting that you brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have these. Well, you can do like a pan, right?
Yeah, like after this.
Right now, or
Yeah,
no,
after.
Oh.
Okay, no, yeah.
Wait. I was like, I thought about it. I was like, wait, I'm here too.
Well, you know what? You can do it. You can do it afterwards and then just cut it in when we're talking.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, do you guys have a question about anyone in particular?
Well,
all these paintings are mine. This one's not.
I guess the sun.
Yeah, this one's not completely mine actually. This is the only one. It was here with the place when I moved in.
Oh, nice, y'all. Keep it.
Well, and it wasn't colored though. It was black and white.
Oh, was it
so
really?
It wasn't in black. It was just white actually. It was just white, no space, and I added all that. That was the first thing I did before I fixed anything. Like I got here the first day and I just did that.
That's tight. I wouldn't expect that. I thought that was how it was.
Because my childhood room growing up, I painted the Sublime Sun and it was on my left wall. And when I walked into this place, it was a sun was on my left wall.
The
and I was
Sublime
like,
logo.
hay algo aquí.
Algo
aquí.
Y lo pinté.
Y lo pinté. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so that one is and that was just real quick, you know. That was one of my favorites I guess I can get into is that one over there. It's the hummingbird. And I had a little video on my Instagram about it, but so it's called
Where's it at?
that one right there. So
it's because you looked over here, so he stayed over here, but then you turned back and you said that one over there. He's like, he's still looking over here. I'm like, bro.
So yeah, these hummingbirds. It's called "Won't You Dance with Me Amongst the Birds and the Bees," and so it has
kind of reminds me of your Pisces.
Well, yes, yeah. I mean, all of it. So there's different parts of this. So I I resonate with the bees a lot, and I have like my bees tattooed on me. I can prove it with my hexagons here. And because after my first bufo, bees started coming to me as one of my spirit guides, as one of my animals. And
so they stung you, right?
Well, that was recently. That was an ayahuasca. But every time I do medicine, every time something pivotal in my life or something magical is about to happen, the bees come through. Like a bee will visit me, or I'll pet a little bee, or I'll save.
You'll pet a little bee?
Yeah, or I'll save a bee, and I'll just like, hey, you're about to get squashed here. Let me move you.
And then it just takes off.
And so I drew the bees, and you know they're so like miraculous. Like the way they fly is through vibration. It's not even with their wings. And when I used to describe like, okay, how does bufo feel? I say it's like a million bees humming around you.
It was kind of like that. I felt like I was in the water and it was buzzing.
And then you just feel the vibration of the bees. Like imagine that. Like they're not stinging you, they're humming.
Yeah,
like, they're buzzing next to you. And then they're with the two hummingbirds, and then the cactus is wachuma. So that's mescaline. That's another grandfather spirit. The wachuma is the cactus. And I'm also drawing them in this painting here. But
that's what mescaline is? Mescaline is from the cactus?
There's different cactuses that have mescaline. So peyote does too, and then the wachuma. I vibe more with wachuma than I do peyote. I've only done one peyote ceremony, but I like wachuma and or San Pedro is what it's called, San Pedro cactus. And so the hummingbird it represents wachuma. And the first time I ever did a wachuma ceremony, it was raining. I was in Napa, and I purged. I threw up, and I turned around, and it was like gloomy, and you wouldn't expect to see a hummingbird out. And I saw a hummingbird. It was just right there, and then it buzzed away, and I was like, "What?"
It's probably a UFO.
Probably. I mean, it was next to my face. It could have been like an elf's UFO. You know?
Yeah.
Like it belonged to an elf. So
Oh.
I was like, wait, what? They have that?
yeah, dude. You need to do more DMT.
I know, but you need to go out more.
You need to go out more.
To the psychedelics.
Get it together. But yeah, and then they have like these halos of the flower of life, which is like sacred geometry around them, because I was raised Catholic, and in a lot of the Catholic paintings, they put the halo behind like the the Messiah.
And also you gave me this tattoo, which is I got for because I'm Catholic.
El Virgen. Yeah, the mother.
Yeah.
The
Mama.
womb.
La mamá.
La mama.
La virgencita.
And okay, so ayahuasca is another plant medicine, and that is la madre. That's the spirit of the mother, and that one's the one. It's yeah. And the premise behind this is like, won't you dance with me amongst the birds and the bees? Like birds and the bees is like love, you know. But in here you can see the more feminine bird is like trying to dance with this fool, and he's like, hold up. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, no, just dance. Just
come, bro.
Dance with me, bro. And then like it was kind of like a thing in a pattern in my life and like previous relationships where like I would always want somebody to dance with me, and nobody would dance with me. I know, right? Like they were just too embarrassed or too shy, or I don't know how to dance. Like, well, I didn't ask if you knew how.
Yeah, we don't know how to swim, but
do it with me.
We'll always be down to dance if you ever need a dance.
Yeah, we'll dance. I know you can. I've seen you. I've seen your moves.
Yeah.
And then there's this other one that's the combo frog. It's my interpretation of the combo frog. Actually, I got the idea of the third eye.
Which one? The top or bottom?
This bottom one. It's like
because the top one's a toad or frog.
That's a toad and the frog. I didn't do that one. My best friend, he lives upstairs. He did that one.
Okay.
That's it's a sketch. He gets down, and I tattooed that toad on his arm with the Aztec calendar. Or what is it?
Shit, for real?
Is it the calendar? I can't do that part.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, it is. And
I believe so.
Yeah, that's on his shoulder, and so he did that one. But the bottom one is based on combo, and it has like mushrooms, and then what he's sitting on is it's how wachuma looks when it's dried out, like how cactus looks when it's dried out. It has those little holes, but I made them into eyes.
Yeah.
I actually have one. Oh, up there. That's a wachuma. That's a like it dried.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that little piece right there. That's from my yard. Dude, growing up, I had wachuma in my front yard the whole time. Had no idea. And then once I noticed, I started babying it and taking care of it, and now it gives me so much. Like,
it's those straight cactuses.
It's straight cactus, yeah. You have to know which one though. There's different kinds, you know, and I stood out there for like 2 hours identifying this thing to make sure it was it. And yeah.
Like, Mom, you're cooking my fucking plant medicine. Like just like,
nopales. So yeah, and then that one's based because combo is just like this to me, you know, this thing that can ascend you, like
magic.
Because it like magic, yeah. And so that's why it has a third eye. Like it's an ascended being to me, you know. And so is bufo, but like combo is what clears everything. Like everything I have right now, I can say with confidence, I manifested with combo.
Nice.
I asked for this place to a T.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where it is, like how much space is in between me and my neighbors, you know, like how it's close to like where I can retreat to nature, and the price I pay, like everything about it is
like
I asked for it in one combo session. I got a car that way.
You gotta do that shit.
Get rid of my anxiety with that combo.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
can.
can.
Throw a fucking 5-piece combo on that motherfucking anxiety.
Yes. No, dude. 100%.
You think you're fucking tough, bro? You'll be in the ground.
That's exactly why
it's called warrior medicine for a reason. You're a warrior. After you do this stuff, you're a warrior.
Damn. That's what I hear when I'm getting up. You're a warrior, fool.
You're a warrior, vato.
Hey, vato, loco, you're a warrior.
Don't be scared no more.
Don't be scared.
Anxiety ain't real.
I'm scared.
And it'll tell you. Well, okay, so that's the thing too. When you're doing combo, it'll go much easier on you if you thank it. If you give gratitude for it. No, during.
Oh, during.
It's like whatever you're purging out, thank you.
Oh, instead of being like,
yeah, because
thank you. I don't need that anymore.
I was like, make this stop.
That's
why it's coming out.
That's what I was doing.
The resistance will get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, what else do I have around here? I make these little wooden. I have a lot of props because we used to do an event called Space Brains. And it's Space Brains, a gathering of artists that have a bunch of vendors. I kind of wished you would have gone to that. You would have loved it.
Yeah, I never really got a chance to go to that.
Hopefully one day again. But yeah, so a lot of my like big mushrooms with like the geometry on it and the space eyeballs, and a lot of it is from that event. They would fund me and tell me what they want me to make, and I would make it. Nice. It's cool.
Oh hell yeah! Well,
I have one more thing to show you. Whoa. Everybody relax.
Oh yeah, that's good that you grabbed that.
Well, you were looking at this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt you.
No, yeah, you're good. It's a little dusty, but this is my medicine hat. Hold on, let me like.
You actually put that on?
I can. Not everybody can, but I can make them. So I made this.
I've seen. I'm guessing they're.
Paper mache, no, something like that.
Paper mache. Yeah.
Yeah, but remember we shot that video at Jed's? Was that one of hers?
No, they were Frankie's. Frankie made.
Frankie taught me how to make these.
Okay.
So that's how I. When we first started dating, this was like the first thing he showed me.
I remember he learned how to make those in high school.
And he just
from an art teacher. Because they're fucking tight.
Yeah,
Why would you stop? Why would you stop making it?
Why? I have 2 of them. There's one
I'll probably tell him to.
So this one though, after my first, this is the first thing I painted and finished painting after my first bufo.
Yeah.
So it has like all the elements up here. It has the third eye. And
That's
then,
badass, like painting.
But when it's.
I kind of wanted you to paint my face throughout this.
Oh, we should have. I'm also a face painter. Hey.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
But so this has the bufo and the combo frog, but this is UV activated. So when you put the black light on it, it glows really bright.
Way.
Yeah, but I don't think I have a black light right now. Oh, I do. We'll set it up after, and we'll take a little picture. And so this has like the molecules of DMT, psilocin, which is from mushrooms, THC, and LSD. Those are like the molecules that's on it. And then, of course, the hive, and then the weed eyelashes. And, yeah. So this is my calavera. And then there's also this medicine drum that I did for my shamana. I have it right now because I'm retouching it, but I made this like a couple years ago. So I'm retouching it for her because it went through a lot. It has the combo frog. That's how it looks. And then it has the bufo toad. He's all happy. The combo frog is all fierce. And then it has sage on it. And then they're sitting on a little wachuma thing. And then it has like frogs and ayahuasca vine all along it. And yeah. And then it has the Mayan medicine woman in blue and gold. Because those are the colors of my medicine woman. What?
Can you play it?
Yeah. Hold on.
You want to play it?
Do you want me to fix that or?
Yeah, you can start like doing the thing. The one camera gets me and her.
Kinda. They both. This camera has both of you guys, and this one has me and you.
Oh yeah, take that one and start if you want, and then we'll like
do this.
Yeah, we'll exit out.
All
So thank you, Senaida, for being here with us. Having the sit-down session, it was fun.
This is so fun. Thank you guys for coming to my home.
Yeah, no problem. Next time we do this, we should do it more of a like either deeper in psychedelics or like doing the hop-in stuff like that.
We should definitely do hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for hanging out at Don't Try Podcast. We're gonna exit out with a little song. I hope you guys enjoy it. And then here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Don't let no one get you down. 'Cause if they do, I'll be around. I want you here, standing near, your ground. Keep your plastic and your trash off the ground.
Don't let no one fart in your mouth. 'Cause if you do, yeah. No, good shit. Thank you guys.
That was so fun. Thank you so much, guys.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, we should do this again sometime soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for
Signing off.
giving all this knowledge to Box, baby.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome, Bucks. Welcome. I hope you come to ceremony.
Definitely.
I think you should.
Definitely thinking about doing it now.
It's honestly,
Take off all this inflammation in my body.
it's a gift that you
Anxiety.
can give to yourself, seriously.
Mhm.
And everybody I know who's done it, their lives have just been elevating, like, more than I can even explain. It's magic.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. I
In a
mean, are
young
you
girl's
down?
heart,
I'm down.
how the music can free ya,
Let's do it.
whatever it did. I want to give a shout out to my shamana, Annabelle, and the Love Bell tribe, and our Instagram. Well, her Instagram. Wait, let me do that over. Cut that.
Nah, yeah, it's okay.
Start
You're good.
run it
You're good.
back.
Right, yeah, we'll cut
So
it.
I want to give a shout out to my medicine woman, my teacher, my shamana, Annabelle. I love you. I love you so much. Te quiero un chingo. And if you guys want to follow, my art page is called Madame Lavendulia. I'm just kidding.
Spell it out for them.
No, it's MADAME, and then I think it's an underscore.
And then we'll type it under too.
LAVANDULA. Madame Lavendula.
Keep that in mind.
Art.
Cool, making that.
Oh, yeah, I'll tag it. We'll tag it.
Yeah,
So that's my art page, and I do face painting, and I take commissions and I do tattoos. So if y'all want to hit me up, holla.
Right.